We'll see what they've learned from the prior 2 losses and see if they can get the script flipped.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Miami, B, he's in at small forward. Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. Dawkins is out there with Nathan.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Celtics in Boston.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Here's B. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
And Davis, here we go. Johnson outside. Davis with a screen on Dawkins. 6 on the shot clock. Plumlee, that's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Plumlee's got his first points of the night.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
And taken away by Johnson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And Bogdanovich kicks to Plumlee. That puts them in the lead.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. We talked about Chris Bosh, and he talked about the skill set and what makes him so difficult to guard. He told me he's very slippery in the post. You think you have him contained, and he'll just wiggle around his guy for a layup. We can never act as if he has nowhere to go down low. He finds space and room all the time. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris.
That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Napier passes to Dawkins. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in, and he gets the bucket. And it's 7 points for B.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Williams dishes to Plumlee. Williams a screen, and Bogdanovich kicks to Williams. Now here's Plumlee. He's covered by Bosch. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson goes in. Unloads from 13. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
To the left wing. There's a screen. Throws it up high, and Chris Bosh with the slam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Williams kicks to Plumlee. Pass to Johnson. Here's Bogdanovich. Up and in on the layup. Bogdanovich has got 7 points. Here's Napier. Boy, he was something else against Boston. The pass to B. Bosh inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home. None of the defenders wanted anything part to do with him on that jam.
I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You got it.
For Brooklyn, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Marion. Johnson comes in for Jefferson. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Bogdanovich. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Hill. B comes in for Luol Deng. Dawkins checked in for Ennis. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. We've got Johnson. Williams is out there with Udrich. Then there's Davis. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Williams passes to Udrich. Picked off in midair. Pass to Dawkins. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Williams. Joe Johnston on the wing. Averaging 9 points per contest. He dishes it to Udrih. The feed now to Plumlee. Johnson the screen. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the wing on the left. B. Miami no good on that time either. For Brooklyn, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Johnson dishes to Plumlee. Stolen. Here's Napier. Good. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Heat?
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
To the wing right side. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of this. That one is off. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Brandon Bass.
At the line for 2.
And he sinks the second. The Heat leading by 3. Napier kicks to McRoberts. Passes it to B. Here's Napier. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to B. The 3. And he gets it to go. B's got 12.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Nets shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. Udrih, the pass to Williams. Plumlee sets the pick for Williams. Down low. Stolen by Bosch. Dawkins against Williams. Bosch, a screen on Williams. Dawkins, good. Dawkins has got his first points in this one.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Davis dishes to Johnson. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
And the pass to B. And it's Johnson with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
The baseline J off the mark.
Really high quality shot there, just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
No good from B. Nets trail by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the foul goes against Miami. Brooklyn making some changes. Sean Marion, he's checked in.
I like it. I like it.
Johnson. And it's second quarter ends in a tight one. It's the Heat leading by.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Let me say this first. Come on.
Brooklyn with the ball. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
On the floor for Miami, B in its small forward. McRoberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. Napier is out there with Dawkins. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, B, in the last outing against the Celtics, did some really solid work on the floor. He ended with 16 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And, you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
Here's the screen. Napier passes to B. Good ball movement here by Miami. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch. And that's 18 points for B.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Davis sets a screen. And here is Williams, averaging 13 points a contest. And Plumlee kicks to Davis, and the foul goes against Miami. Beno Udrih, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Bogdanovich, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Bogdanovich has got 17 now.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Power down with both hands. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
And Udrih kicks to Bogdanovich. Feeds to Udrih. Johnson outside. Clock at 4. 13 feet away. Chris Bosch with the rebound. Bosch has got 3 rebounds now in this one. B, he's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Napier for the 3. A rebound by the Nets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
That game really got out of control for them. And, you know, when the lead got big, it seemed like they just mailed it in. That was the disappointing part.
Yep, it sure was. I mean, until their mindset improves, Steve, that's exactly what's going to happen to them against better teams in the league.
To the paint. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really an extraordinary game for B. He has 20 points and 3 steals. I tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Josh McRoberts. Nets trail by 6. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And Udrih gets it to go.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Miami's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Bass passes to B. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Puts up the baby hook. Nice touch on the bank shot. B's got 11 in the second half.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Goes up on the wing. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Udrih.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Napier kicks to Bosch. The shot is off, so Brooklyn will take it the other way.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
to the middle.